Good morning, everybody. In the last session of Python Pandas, we have discussed about data series. So, data series is one-dimensional data. So, now today we are going to see the continuation. So, that is in Python Pandas data frame. So, what is a data frame? We'll just see about it. So, in data series, we saw that data is arranged in single dimensions. That is either in rows or column form only. Now, we'll see about data frame. So data frame is two-dimensional data. So here the data will be arranged in tabular form, that is in the form of rows and columns. We can say that data frame is similar to Excel sheet. So we can just see this picture where data is arranged, how the data is arranged. So here the first column where we can see 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is the index, and the topmost where we can see the name, age, department, charges and gender is known as columns. So the data which is present in a particular cell, that we call it as a data values here. So data series is one-dimensional data and data frame is two-dimensional data structure. So we have seen how to create a data series. So it is also similar to that. So first you need to uh, write import statement, import pandas as PD. Once it is done, then for creating a data frame, we just have to write pandas.dataframe and we have to pass the arguments. So here you can see that the arguments which we used in a series in the same manner. So data, index, columns, dtype and copy. So data may be of any type, that is you can type a series or it can be a ND array, it can be a list or it can be a dictionary. So index, you can specify the index, or if you don't specify, the default index values will be taken, or you can also specify the columns, you can specify the data type, and you can also use an argument called copy. Let us see how we can create a data frame. So pandas data frame can be created using various inputs like list, dictionaries, series, numpy arrays, and from another data frame also you can create a data frame. We'll just see how to create an empty data frame. You have to just recall the things what you learned in data series. So we use the same method. Import pandas as PD, then df equal to pd dot data frame open bracket close bracket, and then we are displaying df here. So in series you might have noticed we use the same statements. So here instead of data frame we use data series. So here it is to create an empty data frame. Okay, so let us see next. How can we create a data frame with values? So first let us see how to create a data frame with list. So in example 1 you can see my list is a list which contains integer values 10, 20, 30 and 40. So we are creating a data frame with the name my frame. So how to create pd dot data frame, and I am passing this whole list directly to data frame as argument. So what happens is when you display my frame, so you can see the output like this. So in this the values will be 10, 20, 30 and 40, and its index, we have not passed any index values here, so by default it will be arranged as 0, 1, 2, 3 like this. So here if you don't pass any index, automatically the index value will be assigned this way. Let us see one more example where you can see a list of lists. So you have a list and which contains some other list within it. So Shraddha, doctor, Shanti, teacher, Monica, engineer. These are the values. These are already in a list that we are putting it in another list. So now we are creating a data frame using this list of lists. And we are also passing column names. In the previous example, we have not passed any column names. Now we are passing the column names. So name and occupation will be the column names. So when you just display it, what happens is whatever we have specified as name and occupation, which is specified as columns, will be the column headings, and the values will be assigned like this, like Shraddha is a name and occupation is doctor, Shanti is a name, occupation is teacher, Monica is a name, occupation is engineer. And no index value we have passed here, so it will be assigning the default index values. Is it clear? So we have created a data frame from the list and data from list of lists. So if it is a list of lists, so whatever column names you are assigning accordingly, you can just see the output. So it is possible to create data frame from dictionary of lists or arrays. So all n-dimensional arrays must be of same length. So we need to create a same length list or array. If index is passed, then the length of the index should be equal to the length of the arrays. Whatever is the number of elements, so same number of index values to be given. If no index is passed, then default index will be assigned. So let us see the example. So we know that how to create a dictionary. So how to create a dictionary, we should write it with flower bracket, and dictionary will have keys and values, right? So here name is a key and this will be the values whatever you assign. So here values are taken within a list. So name is a key and value is a list which contains these four names. Similarly, age is a key and values are the integer values specified within square bracket. So it is also a list of integers. So whole thing is put it in a flower bracket. So it is a dictionary. So data is the name of the dictionary and its keys are name and age and its values are Shraddha, Shanti, Monica and Gita, and also 28, 34, 29 and 39. So now from this, if you create a data frame, how it will appear? Let us see. So df equal to pd dot data frame and you have passed the dictionary here. So let us see what will be the output. You can just notice that the keys of the dictionary are the column headings here. Name and age are the column headings and corresponding the values, that is the name and ages, are aligned like this. So here the data is arranged into two-dimensional form where the key of the dictionary is automatically taken as a column headings. Remember this, in data frames dictionary keys will be the column headings. So index is not assigned, so it is assigning a default index values here. I hope you are clear with this. Let us see another example with index. So in this you are modifying the same with a small change. So here we have a name and age as keys of dictionary and the values as above. So now we are creating a data frame by passing the data, that is a dictionary, and also we are passing the index values. So what happens is index is passed by us here. So when you display it, so same as above, the name and age will be taken as a column headings and the index values assigned here will be taken as index values here. Friend 1, friend 2, relative 1, relative 2 will be taken as index. So the data is arranged in a two-dimensional form. So this is how we create data frame from dictionary. So we saw how to create a data frame from list and how to create data frame from dictionary. Now we'll go further. So creating a data frame from list of dictionaries. So here we are passing a list of dictionary to create a data frame. The dictionary keys are by default taken as column names. Let us see how it works here. So we have a list with the name mydic and which contains dictionaries. So first dictionary contains 1 and 15, loose and 2. That is 1 and loose will be the keys, 15 and 2 are the values. Second dictionary contains the same headings, that is 1 and loose, and values will be 5 and 10. Similarly, there is a third dictionary, and fourth dictionary contains only 1. There is no loose here. Now if I create a data frame from this, what happens, how it will appear, let us see. So you see this keys of the dictionaries, that is 1 and loose, are taken as the column headings here, and you see the outputs here. Index is not passed, so automatically index is taken. So in the first dictionary we have passed 15 and 2 are values, so in 1 15 and loose 2 are taken. The second dictionary we have passed 5 and 10, so 10 and 5 are taken here. So similarly, in the third one we have not passed any value for loose, we passed only one values. So if there is no value, automatically it will be taken as NaN. NaN stands for not a number. So here you notice that missing value is stored as NaN. So remember this. So we have created data frame from list of dictionaries here. So here dictionary keys are taken as column headings, and corresponding values are taken in different rows, but where there is no value passed for any particular column, it is taken as NaN. Clear? Now how to change the index. So in the previous example you are not passed any index. Now the same example with index values. So we have again taken the same list, and we have passed the mydic, that is list of dictionary, as argument. Along with that I have passed index equal to India, Pakistan and Australia. So here, so index will be assigned like this: India, Pakistan and Australia, and the same values what we have taken earlier. The column heading will be the keys of the dictionary and corresponding values. So in this we have specified index, so it is displaying the specified index. In the earlier example we have not yet specified anything, so default index, that is 0 1 2 3 was taken. Let us see another example. You can also create a data frame by specifying list of dictionaries, row indices and column indices. So here you can see a dictionary here with the name LDICT. So it is containing list of dictionaries, and a data frame is created by passing the list of dictionary, and index is passed and column is also passed. So what happens, the output is the column heading is whatever we pass, that is physics, chemistry and maths. The index will be student 1, student 2 and student 3. The corresponding values whatever we have passed here will be taken. In case any value which is not passed, that will be taken as NaN. So remember this, NaN will be assigned when number or data is missing for a particular cell. So in this example, so again the list of dictionaries passed, and index is student 1, student 2, student 3, and columns are chemistry and maths only. So you are not passed one subject here. So what happens is the output will be chemistry and maths will be the column headings, and corresponding index values and the values assigned will be displayed. The third subject is not displayed here because we have created only two columns. data frame 2 is created with only two columns, so it displays only two columns here. So another example here. So here list of dictionary is passed, index is passed, column is passed. So order of the column headings also you can notice. So accordingly the data will be displayed. So column values and index values are passed by us, so it will display in the same manner. So creating data frame 3 by specifying three column name. So a new column is English. So here we gave a new column name, that is English, but corresponding values are not present in the dictionary, so it just displays NaN. Column heading will be there, but data will is not represented. So data is represented, empty data is represented as NaN. So now how to add a new column or row to already created data frame. So you can just see here a list of dictionaries created. So the keys of the dictionary are maths, chemistry and physics here, and its value 78, 78 and 87 in the first dictionary. Similarly, there is one more dictionary here. Then again, there are three dictionaries. That is list of dictionaries. One list of dictionary which contains three dictionaries, right? So data frame is created by passing the list of dictionary, and you are also passing the index and columns. So you can see the output here. Okay, we are not displaying it, we are just adding one more column. So how to add one more column? df3 of physics. So I want to add one more column, so I can just specify like this: data frame name with square bracket, specify the key and assign its values. So that is 45, 56 and 65. So what happens is physics will be taken as a column heading, 45, 56 and 65 will be taken as values of the data frame. So now if you see display it, it will be displayed in this form. So corresponding index values and the column heading specified, the data will be displayed along with that new column what we have assigned. So new column physics is added here, you can notice, right? So remember the method to add a new column. So similarly, we can update once data is ready. We may require to change some data. So it is also possible to update a column data by same method. So df3 of English if I am writing. So English columns values, that is 78, 98 and 89 here. It is updated. So earlier whatever data was there, it will be replaced with the new values. So updation of the column data is also possible here. So earlier example we noticed that it was NaN. So English marks were not assigned. Now we have assigned new values for English. So NaN is replaced with the new values. So we can also add new column using data stored in existing frame. So for example, I want to have one more column total by adding all these values what we have assigned for these subjects. So I can just write df3 dot English plus df3 dot physics plus df3 dot math plus df3 dot physics. So what happens is English, chemistry, math and physics marks will be added, and it will be displayed in a new column called total. So total will be a new column, and its values will be the sum of English, chemistry, maths and physics. So is it clear? So various operation which is performed on data frames you need to remember. So there is a programming example here. So just explain this. The beginning import pandas as PD is written, so it is to import the features of pandas here, and we have created a dictionary here with the keys, name, physics, chemistry and maths, and its values Rajiv, Mayank, Aditi as a list 78, 90. So these are the corresponding values of each subject. So if I am writing x equal to pd dot data frame and I am assigning this dictionary here, what happens is the data frame will be created with the 11 print 11 if I am printing. So key values will be keys values. If you can see this output, name, physics, chemistry and maths will be the column headings, and corresponding value marks will, will be taken as values, name and marks. So next, if I'm writing 12a equal to 11, what happens is, so 11 is a data frame already created, so we are assigning the value of 11 to 12a. So what happens is, let us see what happens here. So 12a chemistry value is assigned now. After assignment, let us see the output. Record of class 12 and record of class 11. Let us see. So after assignment, so one data frame is assigned to another. What happened is, you see the changes reflected in both the data. I am displaying both. Here, what we are doing here is we have created a data frame. We have assigned a value of one data frame to another. Now we displayed both the data frames. What you can see is, so after assigning, we made changes also here. You just see that we have assigned 12th A chemistry equal to 87, 89, 98, 99 and 90. Earlier in 11th chemistry mark was 77, 87, 98, 87 and 96. So what happens is, when we are assigning like this, both the data frame shows the same value. Here you see this, both are showing the same marks. Chemistry marks are same because we are referring to the same address here. So data is reflected on both the data frames. So if you don't want to reflect the data, so when we are assigning it, making changes in the data frames, values of the data frames, what happens is, so it is reflected on both the data frames. So if you don't want to assign, you want to make a copy and then make changes and display, what you have to do is, write 11 dot copy function. So copy function is makes a separate copy and assign it to 12th p. So 11th, earlier whatever values are assigned to 11th will not be same as 12th b. So here 12th b, new copies of 11th b is made as 12th b, and the chemistry marks has changed. So what happens is, after this, if you are displaying 12p and 11, so what happens, 11th will show the earlier marks assigned and 12p will be showing the new values, because here a copy of the data frame is done. So changes whatever is done is not reflected. You can notice here. So in chemistry marks, both the data frames doesn't show the same value because it is a copy of the earlier data frame. So here some of the functions of data frame we have seen. So we'll just conclude this session here. Here we have seen how to create a data frame and some operations on data frames, how to create data frame from list, how to create data frame from a dictionary, and how to create an empty data frame. So we have created data frame from list of lists. We have created from dictionary. So remember, in dictionary, that is, key values of dictionary will be taken as the column headings, and wherever values are not passed, so NaN will be displayed. So depending upon the index value what we pass and column value we pass, the data will be arranged. I hope you understood. You can also edit and add columns or rows to a data frame which is already created, and you can perform simple operations on data frames and create a new column to the data frames. So I hope you understood these concepts. We'll see more on this in coming sessions.